intelligence and territorial policing. He said the adoption of pupils represented a dangerous development capable of threatening the future of the country if urgent measures are not taken. Oyedepo Ali added the attacks on schools and farming community were worsening concern over food security and public safety across the country. The First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has today called on Nigerians to embrace peaceful coexistence and extend charity to the less privileged as the country marks Eid el-Kabir tomorrow, Wednesday. She said the nation's strength lies in its unity, mutual respect, and shared commitment to building a compassionate society. In a message to the Muslim faithful across Nigeria and the diaspora on the occasion of the Eid el-Kabir celebration, the First Lady described the day as a special time for reflection on the enduring values of sacrifices, obedience, faith, and compassion. The United Nations Entity for Gender Equality and Empowerment of Women, also known as UN Women, has today raised concerns about low female political representation ahead of the 2027 general election in Nigeria. It called for urgent reforms and inclusive governance. The UN Women Country Representative to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Beatrice Ayong, made the call during the third session of the Gender Equality and Women Empowerment Coordination Mechanism webinar series. The webinar, organized by UN Women Nigerian Country Office, had the theme Women Participation in Governance and Leadership in Nigeria, Women's Participation in the 2027 Elective and Appointive Processes, Barriers, Opportunities, and the Way Forward. Ayong said the 2027 election will represent a defining moment for Nigeria to address the exclusion of women from government and political leadership. She said the issue was no longer about the competence or qualification, stressing that many Nigerian women had continued to demonstrate excellence and make impact locally and globally. Former President Goodluck Jonathan has disclosed that he met with Sierra Leone President Julius Maada Bio in Freetown as part of engagement focused on peace, democratic governance, and regional cooperation in West Africa. Jonathan made a disclosure in a statement shared today via a social media handle, where he said visits were carried out in his capacity as a special envoy of President Tinubu, alongside his role with regional democracy platforms. He said the engagement was also involved the Economic Community of West African State Commission and the West African Elders Forum, noting that discussions centered on strengthening stability across the region. The visit comes shortly after a federal high court in Abuja declared Jonathan eligible to contest the 2027 presidential election, a ruling that has drawn political reactions and renewed attention to his future in national politics. The court held that Jonathan remains qualified to seek the presidency despite being sworn in twice, a decision the Kabiru Turaki-led faction of the People's Democratic Party described as consistent with law and common sense. In view of the forthcoming Salah celebration, residents of Kaduna State has lamented the soaring price of ram ahead of the Eid el-Kabir celebration, with some large breeds now selling as much as 1 million naira in major livestock markets across the state. Checks by newsmen at major livestock markets in Kaduna metropolis show that medium-sized ram now sell between 200,000 naira and 450,000 naira, while larger and exotic breeds attract prices ranging from 700,000 naira to 1 million naira depending on size and breed. Many residents describe the development as alarming, saying that the rising prices has placed the Salah sacrifice beyond the reach of many families already battling economic challenges and high living costs. Traders, however, blame the sharp rise in prices on insecurity, transportation costs, and prevailing economic situation in the country. A livestock dealer said the cost of transporting animals from rural communities and neighboring states has increased significantly due to insecurity and rising fuel prices. Talking politics, crisis is brewing in Oyo State chapter of Accord as two persons are currently laying claim to the gubernatorial ticket of the party ahead of 2027 general election. Newsmen report that two aspirants, Olakunle Busari and Oriyomi Amzat, are currently parading themselves as governorship candidates of the party. Newsmen gathered today that the duo emerged from parallel primary elections of the party in the state. Busari is claiming that he emerged as the party governorship candidate in a primary election monitored by National Secretary of the party, Adebukola Ajaja. Officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission, led by Engineer Olugbenga Keshiru, Adewale Adeyemo, Olaide Mubolade, and other stakeholders. Newsmen, however, gathered that Amzat was also declared the winner of another primary election held. Amzat said a certificate of return has been presented to him as the winner of the election that produced him. As at the time of filling this report, the two individuals are currently laying claim to the gubernatorial ticket of the party. We'll bring you more details in a subsequent bulletin. Talking business news. On business news, the price of liquefied petroleum gas (LPG), also known as cooking gas, is inching closer to 2,000 naira per kilogram in different locations as Muslims prepare for the 2026 Eid el-Kabir celebration. The federal government had declared Wednesday, the 27th of May, and Thursday, the 28th of May 2026, as public holidays to mark the Salah festivities. A survey by Newsman showed that the cooking gas prices rose from below 1,000 naira per kg recently to about 1,500 naira and 1,800 naira in different parts of the country. Consumers in the southwest told Newsman that they now buy LPG at about 2,000 naira in Ogun border communities and between 1,600 naira and 1,700 naira in Lagos, Abeokuta, and Ibadan. In the north, the essential commodity is now sold between 1,800 naira and 2,000 naira per kilogram. In the exciting world of sport, former Southampton and Royal Antwerp forward Victor Udo has died at the age of 21 in Nigeria, with reports describing the death as under suspicious circumstances. According to newsmen, Udo was found dead in Abuja, although the exact cause of death has not been confirmed at the time of filling this report. The publication also reported that the young striker recently returned to Nigeria after ending a spell with a Z club, which he joined after following his departure from Southampton in 2025. Before his move to England, he played for Royal Antwerp, where he progressed from the reserve team after joining from Abuja-based IPOS. He was widely regarded as a promising young talent during his early career in Europe, attracting attention before his move to Southampton. Royal Antwerp confirmed his death in a statement shared on its social media handle today. Dear listeners, that's a wrap on the evening news from Buzz 99.3 FM, a place where entertainment meets humanity. Do stay tuned as I bring you more interesting programs all lined up for your listening pleasure. My name is Bami Dupe Kolawole. Good evening to you.